It's going to be a hard feat to outdo their race last night. Stacy Woods.
Once again, want to give a congratulations to Kevin Moralio, and also another congratulations on now clinching that championship for the Veterans Division. Sweeping the weekend here tonight, officially tonight, I should say. As now we get set for this 30-lap Pro Division main event for our Pro Dwarf cars. As we get set, the lineup's going to look like this. Row number 1 is going to be the 11 machine, the driver out of El Cajon, California. It's going to be Darren Brown. And to his outside in the 9R machine, the driver out of Petaluma, California, it's going to be Chad Mathis.
Dayton, Nevada's Vuki Wilson Jr. in the 5D starts third. Fourth is going to be the 12N Spanky, Michael Grenner.
Third row is going to be the 11 Double D Captain Chaos, going to be Danny Wagner out of Bay Point, California. And to his outside in the 10 machine, or winner last night, the driver out of Concord, California, is going to be Adam Teves.
Inside row 4, the 31N of Dylan Strum out of Lincoln, California. And T3, Tommy Velasquez the third out of Camarillo, California, in the 14E outside row 4.
Fifth row is going to be the 25R. That's going to be Jimmy Damron, the driver out of Gustine, California. And says outside, the 36 Double D is going to be Dennis Gilcrease.
Dangerous Dennis. Row 6 looks like this. The 812 Double D of Chance Russell on the inside. To his outside, the 41E of Nick Velasquez out of Camarillo, California.
Seventh row is going to be the 7XL, the driver out of Antioch, California. Antioch, California is going to be Berto Monroy, and to his outside is going to be the 15N machine, Sean Whitney, the driver out of Menino, California.
Inside row number 8, Dublin's Devin Cameron in the 18 Double D starts to the inside. To his outside, David Michael Rosa out of Antioch in the 2 Double D.
And the 9th row is going to be the 4N machine, Ryan Winters, the driver out of Gulf, California, and says outside the 88 Double D of Travis Day, driver out of Concord, California.
Row 10 looks like this. The 19N of Patrick Weger out of Grass Valley, California. To his outside, Bobby Johnson out of Fairfield, California in the 51N.
11th row in the 88 machine, Anthony Pope, the driver out of Rossburg, Oregon. And to his outside, the driver in the 08 machine, Chris Trimo out of Phoenix, Arizona.
Corey Eaton in the 29N starts dead last out of Placerville, California. Ladies and gentlemen, as they come around, get on your feet one final time. Let's give it up. Wave your hands, jump up and down. Make lots of noise, let them hear you. Give it up for the Delta Northstar National Pro Division. Welcome to the main. Joe, I got my pick. Darren Brown, who's your pick?
Thinking about it, I'm going to have to go with Captain Chaos. Danny Wagner, I think he's going to be able to bring it home here tonight. It looks like Chance Russell not making the call here for this main event, unfortunately. Green flag is out. Pro Division main event, 30 laps underway. Darren Brown takes that early lead, but here comes a 9R machine.
Two cars get together. Ryan Winter and Devin Cameron further back. Sparks flew as they come up off turn number 2. But at the point right now, it is the 9R of Chad Mathias out on the points.
Mathias to the lead over Brown, and here comes Spanky as well. Michael Brunner. Oh, as the track's in perfect mint condition. There goes Monroy around. Can he keep it going?
Bob spins over there in turns 3 and 4, waiting, and the yellow flag does come out for.
Yellow flag is out.
Dangerous Dennis almost got into the wall in the exit of turn number 2. Waiting to see if Bob can get that thing running and rolling away, if he needs a tow truck.
Matthias was able to get that lead away from Darren Brown. Darren Brown last night early was able to get that lead and kind of somewhat start to check out. He had the lead majority of the race last night.
These cars don't have the aerodynamics that you hear about in like NASCAR and IndyCar and stuff, where having that clean air out front. But again, having that clean air out front makes a difference. It's easier to run when you're out front.
Yes, it does.
Our running order right now looks like Chad Matthias on the point, the 9R out of Petaluma, California. Darren Brown out of El Cajon, California. The 11 car is second. Spanky in the third spot in that 12. And Adam Tevis up to the fourth spot. Fifth is going to be T3. Tommy Velasquez the third. Sixth is going to be Buki Wilson. Captain Chaos, Danny Wagner back to the seventh spot. Dangerous Dennis Gilcrease in the 36 Double D in the eighth spot. Ninth is Dylan Truman. 10th is going to be Jimmy Damron. Lights out, going green flag racing.
Chad Matthias is going to lead them 2 laps in the book. Still 28 laps to go. Brown and Grunnert right behind him. Green flag is going to come out. Already Adam Tevis is looking in the inside of Michael Grunnert, and he's going to try to take that position. And it looks like down the back straightaway, he's going to have it. As the track's slowing down a lot right now as they come across the line.
17:14 on the stopwatch that time, 78.763 miles an hour, about 4 miles an hour slower than what they were earlier this evening. As the racetrack drying out, going dry slick now, and that is not to Darren Brown's handling liking right now. He's got Adam Tevis all over his back bumper. That battle for second down to turn number 1 as Tevis finally got around Spanky. Coming up, looking to the inside. One car spins around. Dangerous Dennis Gilcrease spins to turn number 2. He gets it going. We stay under the green flag. That battle for second continues. Adam Tevis looks underneath Brown, but nothing doing. Coming up off turn number 4.
Oh, now Tevis is going to pressure the Brown 11 machine of Darren Brown. Tevis is going where nobody else is, as he is trying to make his way through the second place car. As we seen last night, he had to come from deep in the field.
I think he has a faster car right now. It's just one of those cases he can't seem to get around him yet. The other car involved in that three-way battle last night, Danny Wagner back there in the 6th spot. He's not looking like he can make up any ground on T3 at this point, who is running in the 5th spot.
Give second place to the 10 machine as Darren Brown is now falling off the paces. He loses 2 positions already. Top 4 starting to run away from the rest of the field, but we have a battle between T3 and Danny Wagner. Wagner near the tires on turns 1 and 2 as they go into 3 and 4. We have Whitney around, it looks like, the 15E machine of Sean Whitney. Excuse me, the 15N machine of Sean Whitney. Sitting over there in turns 2. 7 laps in the books. And this track is really starting to slick off. And I'm thinking maybe Darren Brown went with the wrong setup, possibly.
Well, one thing that it's going to be interesting to see what happens is, especially when it goes dry slick, the heat cycle in the tires. Lots of times you get that heat build up, you're handling real well, and they cool off under these yellows, and they don't come back the same. Suddenly your car is not handling the same after a longer yellow flag and your tires cool off.
Yeah, so far they haven't gone a long period of time under a yellow so far. Yeah, so hopefully that hasn't happened to any of the tires. But yes, I understand that is an issue that will happen.
So is Adam going to take the low side or the high side? That's going to be the question coming up here shortly. As in that second spot, he has to make that call. Whatever happened to the Sean Whitney cars getting put on the hook over there off turn number 2? Did not see what happened. But the 9R, Chad Matthias, kind of quietly all weekend long. He's not been one we've talked a whole lot about, but now just leading the way in this main event. He is, just in case you didn't know, he is the president of the the dwarf cars over at Petaluma. I was talking to him earlier. They thought they were going to have a couple other cars come over that fell through. It's like some damage on the front end of that 15 car. Lights out, going green flag racing is Chad Mathias out of Petaluma in a 34 Ford sedan is what they're calling that one. These cars based on bodies from the 30s. Green flag in the air. 8 laps down, 30 lap main event. Which means we've got 22 laps to go. Chad Mathias up on the point. Adam Tevez chose the low side, and it did not pay off for him as Darren Brown gets back into the second spot. But here comes Tevez back on the low side. Trying to get back up there, but that high side pays off for Darren Brown. And now Brown's car seems like it's handling even better than it did. And he's now making a race play for the lead.
Well, look at another one that is making his way up through the field as he started in inside row, or that 11th row inside as Anthony Pope. Because now he and Ryan Winters as well. Where did Winters come from? Another driver that we talked about who is deadly around this racetrack is he's going to work his way around Danny Wagner on that high side. Oh, and Anthony Pope gets into the side of Wagner and spins in turn 4, but he's going to keep it going. Another incident that, oh man, unfortunately it cost him again as it did like it did last night as well.
You're talking Ryan Winter. He has had bad luck all weekend long. And now that that car's up and running and he's going well, he's up and right now passing for 5th if he can get around Spanky down to turn number 1. Working at Highline at 4 car.
And
Ryan Winter.
Yes, you're correct. He has something cooking on the high side of the racetrack. He's already got by 3 cars on that high side. Spanky trying to fight back, but he's not going to be able to give position to Ryan Winter. And now his next victim is going to be that 14 machine of T3, Tommy Velasquez III.
Adam Tevez had a much better handling car and was having much better luck with Darren Brown before that yellow flag. He now is not able to keep up with Darren Brown. Brown's not letting Mathias get away. And still about 4 car lengths separate the two. And that time through turns number 2, he was in a 4-wheel drift. As the 11th car not handling quite as well as it did last night and earlier. And Chad Mathias is saying, I'm going to start pulling away. He's out to 7/10 of a second now. Adam Tevez another 2 seconds back, or 2/10 behind Brown as they're just kind of running single file right now in the top 3. Battle for the 4th spot. Here comes T3. He's on the low side of Ryan Winter. Winter gets a good run up off turn number 4. Through turns 1 and 2, makes up a lot of ground. He's setting his sights on Adam Tevez and pulling out away from T3 on that turn 1 and 2 complex last time by. But now battle for second as Tevez gets underneath Darren Brown down into turn number 1. Brown closes the door. Tevez falls back in line.
Tevez falls back in line right behind the 11 machine. Is now here comes Ryan Winters. Ryan Winters got by T3 and he's going to try to set his sights on the 10 machine. He is cooking on the outside. One of the only drivers really up there. Now we see T3 and Spanky go upstairs as well. As they go down the back straightaway, Winters going in even closer on the 10 machine. Track's really starting to come in for the 4N.
Cars searching around the racetrack trying to find out where they're going to run the best. It's a different condition than we've seen all weekend long. It's not been the dry slick like this. Adam Tevez now going down low, getting underneath Darren Brown. Coming up off turn number 4, but Brown has a better run down the front straightaway. And here comes Ryan Winter to the outside of Tevez in turn 1 and 2. 1 car spins around in turn number 4. Yellow flag is out.
Yellow flag's out. Not sure what the car sent backwards, not able to see.
Sounds like the 19N of Patrick Weger out of Grass Valley, California, spun unassisted over there. Hearing Travis Day may have gotten into him and causing that spin. 19 car not able to roll away yet. See if we can just get him pushed off. Hopefully get that thing running again. All right, again, a yellow flag. Tire temperature changing. It seemed to help out Darren Brown last time. Can it help him again? Matthias up into the loose stuff up on top.
And
turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, and Ryan Winters just, man, he's just sailing around the top. Looks like he was one of the first ones to kind of make some moves around up there. We've seen some drivers attempt, but not able to get around on that top side. Winters is one of the only ones to make it work.
Ryan Winters starting back in the 17th starting spot. He's had a couple double-header win weekends here at Antioch Speedway this year in both the dwarf car and then followed up by a wingless sprint car.
Looks like the 19N machine.
Hearing over the radio, left front suspension broke.
It looks like he's going to try to park it right there.
Too close. Yellow light stays on or comes back on. Not quite off the racing surface, quite enough. While we got a minute, want to thank all the teams and drivers that came from around the West Coast. Oregon, Arizona, Nevada, Utah for the very first Delta Dwarf Car National event. Thank you all very much for coming and participating in tonight's and last night's activities and Thursday night's activities. I'm going to say we can classify it as a successful event. We'll have another 2-car shows for the Dwarf Cars in October, Dwarf Car Mania #2. Lights out, going green flag. Chad Matthias on the point. Darren Brown second. Adam Tevez in the third spot. Ryan Winters fourth. T3, Tommy Velasquez the third. Fifth. Sixth is Spanky Michael Grenner. Captain Chaos Danny Wagner still back there in the seventh spot. Fuki Wilson eighth. Jimmy Damer ninth. And Devin Cameron up to 10th. Dylan Strum 11th. Nick Velasquez 12th. 13th is Dangerous Dennis Gilcrease. 14th, Patrick Weger, who just got pulled off the racetrack. Travis Day will go up to the 14th. David Michael Rosa 15th. 16th, Anthony Pope. Roberto Monroy next in. Green flag in here. 3 wide down the front straightaway. Adam Tevez and Darren Brown split Chad Matthias down the front stretch.
Oh, and there goes Fuki Wilson. Oh, and David Michael Rosa and Berto Monroy are tangled up over there in turns 2. Oh my.
That's going to give Matthias the lead back.
Yes, that is.
They will revert back. Taking a look at the video, see that start. Not sure what happened there, but Matthias got passed on both sides. He was a meat in a sandwich right there. He went. The other 2 cars looked like he may have spun his tires a little bit. The other 2 cars did not split him. Got down to turn number 1. Oh. Looked like the 5-car Fuki Wilson started that. Fuki Wilson started that all when he spun. And that collected the other cars. We have to get to 5 to the rear of the field. He started that by his spin over there in turn number 2. And that beautiful 5 pickup truck. You ever get a chance to sit in one of these cars?
Actually, I have, but it wasn't a current driver. It was Todd Climans had bought one and ended up selling it, but it was parked at his house, and I actually got to sit in one, and it's like sitting in a go-kart basically.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you're almost wearing the car.
Yeah, basically, yes. Yes.
So someone left the racetrack. He gets 2 laps. Just got to his trailer. David Michael Rosa on his way. Got that fixed. Chad Mathias, Darren Brown, Adam Tevez, Ryan Winter, Tommy Velasquez III, T3, the top 5. 6 through 10, Spanky, Michael Grenner, Danny Wagner, Mookie Wilson, who is now at the back of the pack. So it'll be Jimmy Dameron up to the 8th spot. 9th will be Devin Cameron. 10th will be Dylan Strom. 11th, Nick Velasquez. 12th, Dangerous Dennis Gilcrease. 13th, Patrick Weger. No, he is off. He's got towed in. So 13th will be Travis Day. 14th will be Anthony Pope. T3 just left the racetrack. Out of 5th place, Tommy Velasquez III back to the pit area. Just got to the trailer back there. He gets 2 laps. T3. Quick shout out, Oakley Stern Drive and Engine Repair, our title sponsor here tonight. Give them a call at 925-779-0707. Their address, 6001 Bridgehead Road in Oakley. Oakley Stern Drive and Engine Repair, the best marine repair shop around. They'll give you a 5% discount if you tell them you heard it on Antioch Speedway TV or here at Antioch Speedway. Or we're going to throw in Antioch Speedway Radio, because we got the radio up and running on 87.7 on the FM dial. If you're coming out, make sure you bring a radio with you so you can listen in to our broadcast through 87.7 on the FM dial. Texas style restart. Chad Mathias rode to himself. 2nd place, Darren Brown chooses the low side, puts Adam Tevez on the high side. Ryan Winters has been running up top. He has to restart on the low side. With look who's next to him, Captain Chaos, Danny Wagner. They're in that 5th spot.
Yes, as he inherits that 5th spot now.
Some great battles in the past between Ryan Winter and Danny Wagner. You got those 3 cars that battled last night up there in the top 4, or top 5. Green flag in the air. Down the front straightaway. Here comes Darren Brown down on the low side of Mathias, but Mathias, that high side pays off for him. Everyone gets through turns 1 and 2. Now Brown has to fight off Adam Tevez as he was on the inside down the back stretch. He closes the door into turn number 3. Coming up off turn number 4, we got 20 laps down, 10 to go.
10 laps to go. Does Tevez have anything for Mathias as he's inching closer and closer as he already got around the 11 machine? Here comes Danny Wagner now. He's in that 4th place position. He's going to set his sights on Darren Brown, and here comes Ryan Winter on his familiar outside of the racetrack upstairs as he's trying to get around Captain Chaos. He does down the back straightaway. Oh my, this is going to get good towards the end. Oh, it looks like Tevez blows the motor. Oh my, he has some smoke coming out of the motor.
Right in front of Darren Thomas, that motor that they didn't know was going to last or not. Folks, it's not going to last 30 laps by the looks of it. Smoke's still being released. He's still up there in 2nd. He's still fast. Here comes Darren Brown back on the inside. More and more smoke coming out of Tevez. Meanwhile, Mathias pulling away.
It's not over till it's over. He's still pushing it for all it has on the bottom of the racetrack. He's holding on for that 2nd place position. There goes Winters down the back straightaway for that 2nd place position. This is when it starts to get good, fans. Oh my! For that 2nd place position, 3 wide as they are slipping and swapping positions.
Brown pushes up the hill. He drove in too deep into turn number 1. That opens up the door, put Tevez back up there as Tevez is spraying for bugs all the way around this racetrack, especially in the turns. Here comes Brown back out in front of Winter. Chad Mathias saying, y'all keep battling. I'm going to keep on checking out. We got 25 down. 5 laps remain. Here comes Darren Brown up off turn number 2. Ryan Winter, Tevez all down into turn number 3. 3-way battle for 2nd.
3-way battle, and they are dropping bombs on each other. Tevez now the official 2nd place car across the line over Darren Brown. Ryan Winters still upstairs trying to make something happen. Captain Chaos still stalking right there in that 5th place position. Mathias still holds on to the lead.
Ryan Winters hits the wall in turn number 4.
Oh my! Now it's just going to be between the 10 car and the 11. Can they catch Mathias? Mathias has 1.4 second lead over the rest of the field. Oh my!
Matthias comes up off turn number 4. He's looking at the checkered flag, 2 to go signal as that battle for second continues. Here comes Adam Tevis. You gotta wonder, does he have any oil left in that engine? More smoke comes out, still battling on the inside. Jaron Brown battles back, gets past it back out the back straightaway into turn number 3. Tevis battles back on the inside. White flag is out. One more time around.
One more time around for the Petaluma native driver. It's still a battle for that second place position, but down the back straightaway as he comes into 4. Give it up for the 9R machine of Chad Mathis. Second is gonna go to Darren Brown. Third to Adam Tevis as that motor's still spewing and smoking. Fourth is going to go to Spanky, Michael Grunard, and rounding out the top 5 is going to go to Captain Chaos himself, the 11 double D of Danny Wagner.
Wow.
Oh, my. Give it up once again for Chad Matthias.
Coming down?
Yes.
Heading through lane as Chad Matthias pulls in. Getting gear off. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Chad Matthias. Hey, Joe. Chad, come on over. Chad, come on over here. Chad talking to Chad, come on over. Man, where'd you come from? You were kind of quiet this weekend. At least we weren't noticing you a whole lot. And tonight you just whooped them.
Yeah, at the beginning of the weekend I came out for hot laps and had electrical problems, so I didn't even know at the beginning of the weekend what was going on. I blew a motor a couple weeks ago, put this one in with help from my brothers and my wife, and I was just happy to be able to get back out and make the top 10 last night, and obviously tonight is unreal.
You got the lead early on, got around the 11 car, and just checked out. You kind of had a comfort zone through most of the race, but there was a whale of a race behind you. I didn't know if you could hear the engines behind you or not.
No, I only heard my car. My inside earplug fell out again. It did last night too, just sweating and everything. It's hot. I didn't know what was going on behind me. During one of the restarts, I actually had a motor issue. It backfired and whatnot, and the two guys behind me got around me, and we entered 3 wide in 2, and my saving grace was an unfortunate incident that caused a yellow, but I thank God, you know.
Yeah, we were talking about that. I didn't know if you spun your wheels or what happened or missed a shift, but you came up on number 4, or came up off 4. You hit the gas, and suddenly it didn't go like it had been, and they passed you like nobody's business.
Yeah, like I was sitting still.
Yep. All right, who do you want to say thanks for helping you get out here?
I got to thank my wife for everything that she puts up with me. Who's here is my brother. He's not on the car, and I'm sorry for that, but you kick ass and help me all the time. my dad, who's home, he had knee surgery, and he wasn't able to make it. This is actually my first win for a WSDCA National. I'm just happy that I was able to get it done. I got to thank everyone that helps me at home. I'm a loss for names, but I know my sponsors. I got my mom, G4 Firearms, Todd Dameron. Thank you for everything that you've done over the years. I miss you, man. McCormick & Co. Homes and Loans, Tire Source at home. They do all my tire stuff. I hope I'm not missing anybody. Killips Land Surveying, and all of my family. My in-laws, they house the car, my truck. So I'm just happy,
Congratulations, Chad Mathias. Let's give it up for him, folks, for taking home his first national event win. Congratulations, Chad. Thank you. With that, slide on over here. Joe, who you got over here?
All right, I'm here with their second place car. So close this weekend. Darren Brown, you were able to bring it home second here for the finale, but just talk to us about that race between you and Adam. I mean, it was a barn burner between you two.
Yeah, first off, hats off to Chad. I think this is his first one. That's so cool. He deserves it. He puts in so much time and effort every week, and sometimes runs into some bad luck. So to see him go out there and win is pretty awesome. If I couldn't win, I hope good for him. That's who I'd want. So and then the race with Adam was awesome. Both nights and side by side, it was pretty close. The track was super slick. We were just trying to find any grip we could, and I think we missed the setup a little bit. But still a great weekend to come home 2 seconds and good for the points and everything too.
Yeah, as we talked about the track, you said it didn't have as much grip as it did last night. As we seen, it got really, really black. How did that hurt you a little bit with your setup?
Yeah, I really thought 1 and 2 was going to have a little bit more moisture like it did last night. And as soon as I got on the track, I kind of felt like we were going to be out to lunch there. And then just try to ride and log laps. As you could, you don't want to give them away for free. So I was behind Chad for a while and just kind of running and trying to stay there. And then Adam would poke his nose down. He was better than me in 3 and 4, and I felt like I could kind of roll the middle better in 1 and 2. So just trying to hold on there. And then Ryan came out of nowhere at the end too. So I'm really happy with second, but looking forward to the next one as well.
That's good. Once again, give a shout out to your sponsors and who helped you get up and down the road. You're one of the drivers all the way from El Cajon, making the way up here to the Bay Area to come run at this racetrack.
Yeah, first of all, my parents, I couldn't do this without them. My dad builds the car and everything. B&B Chassis, SDI Staffing, GB Industries, Maximum Oil, FI Race Products. And then thank you to Danny Wagner, his whole team, and Delta Dwarf Cars for putting this together. It's the first national here, which is pretty awesome. I hope we come back in the future. And then same thing with Western States for putting the whole championship together. It's really cool.
All right, well, there you guys have it. Our second place car, Darren Brown, the driver out of El Cajon, California, bringing it home second here for the finale.
Adam Tevez, in case you didn't know, you let all your smoke out.
Yeah, hopefully we didn't hurt the engine. I looked over and it flashed 340. I'm like, that's not good. So I just killed it once I got in the infield. But congratulations to Chad. Holy crap.
Yeah, you went down to turn number 3 that about 4 or 5 laps ago, and suddenly that thing just spewed all kinds of smoke out the header.
That's what I heard, but I wasn't letting up. I still thought we might have had a shot at winning it. But Chad was just dialed, never made a mistake. That one restart was the only time, and after that he just cleaned up everything and just drove away.
You had the win last night after an exciting finish. Again, another exciting finish tonight. Not for the win this time, for trying to battle for second with the Browning car again. But, man, you came here. You had a motor you just threw in because you blew out your good motor. You had trouble, didn't make the heat race, didn't make anything, started 22nd last night. You've had an eventful weekend.
Yeah, I'd definitely say it was a success. We wanted to win Saturday, but, hey, we got Friday after coming from literally dead last, so I'll take it. And seeing Chad win is really awesome. And battling with Darren, literally ripping the infield tires, that's an experience.
All right, real quick, I got to ask you, grab your helmet real quick, because this thing is cool. So give me the story on this. World War II something, right?
Yeah, I've always wanted to be a pilot, but I can't be, so got Shell Shock's design. He does a lot of the NASCAR helmets. I said I wanted a pilot helmet or kind of like World War II theme. And, this is what he came out with, and I think it's the coolest looking helmet in the field.
That is an awesome helmet. I just wanted to show that. All right, Adam Tevez, all the way from Concord, California via Arizona. I'm glad you came back up.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad, too. It was fun. Hopefully, well, whoever's left, hopefully you guys enjoyed it.
All right, Adam Tevez finishing third. Congratulations on a good weekend.
Thank you.
And with that, Joe, come on out here and holy smokes. I don't think you can say this was not a successful weekend.
Yeah, once again,